What's going on, you guys? Vicky Corns here. Welcome to episode 2 of my Unexplained Disappearances series. In episode 2, we're looking at probably one of the most interesting and most mysterious disappearances of all time. I know that's a bold statement, but I truly believe it is. The disappearance of Zebb Quinn. Now, Zebb Quinn, of course, was only 18 years old when he went missing on January 2nd in 2000, so over 15 years ago, and he has never been seen since, so a lot of people are wondering, what happened to Zebb, and is he still alive? Me personally, I will give you my opinion later. Now I'm going to do something a little different in this. Now usually in these I read you guys a bunch of stuff and then I give you my opinion. Instead I'm going to read you different facts about this. I'm going to give you my opinion as we go along. I think it'll be more interesting, less boring watching me read, and I think it'll be more enjoyable. So without further ado, let's get on with the episode, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Of course, as always, before I start this, I want to let you guys know, if there's any other person you want me to talk about who's missing, or any of my other series, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do and give you guys a proper shout out in the video. So anyway, guys, we're talking about Zebb Quinn today. He was only, as I said previously, 18 years old at the time of his disappearance in 2000. So it says here, Zebb Quinn is an American man who went missing on January 2nd, 2000 in Asheville, North Carolina. Quinn was only 18 and was working at a Walmart in Asheville when he disappeared. His case to this day remains unsolved. So as I said, over 15 years, this kid, I don't even consider him a man. I mean, 18 years old, I remember when I was 18, you're still very much a kid in a lot of ways. So this kid goes missing over 15 years ago, and a lot of people want to know exactly where he is. I want to know, and I'm not even involved in it. So we're going to start out with his last known activities. Quinn ended his shift at Walmart around 9 p.m. on January 2nd, 2000. He met a friend named Robert Jason Owens in the Walmart parking lot before driving separately to look at a vehicle Quinn was considering buying. The two men were seen on surveillance footage at a gas station down the road at approximately 9:15, so 15 minutes later. Owens later told police that sometime between leaving the gas station and 9:30, Quinn flashed his headlights signaling for him to pull over. Quinn told him that he had received a page and needed to return the call. After Quinn returned to the payphone, Owens described him as, quote, frantic. Quinn told him that he needed to cancel their plans to look at the vehicle, and as he drove off, he rear-ended Owens' vehicle. Hours later, Owens was treated at the hospital for fractured ribs and a head injury that he had sustained in a second car accident that evening. No accident report was ever filed with police. So this is definitely a big part of the story here. I think that this definitely has a big thing to do with Zebb's disappearance. I think it has a huge thing to do with it because a frantic call. Now we're going to get more into this, of course, but I just want to give my opinion as we go along here, as I said. Now, in my opinion, what happened was somebody definitely, obviously, paged Zebb and told him something to freak him out and make him run like that. So I'm guessing that Zebb was told that either somebody was hurt or something had happened. Quinn's mother, Denise Vlahakis, I think that's how you say her name, probably not, filed a missing persons report the next day. 2 days after Quinn was last seen, a phone call was placed to the Walmart where Quinn was employed from a man purporting to be Zebb Quinn. The man told him he wouldn't be in work because of illness. The co-worker who received the phone call was familiar with Quinn's voice and became suspicious. The phone call was traced back to a Volvo plant where Owens worked. Owens admitted making the phone call, claiming he was doing his friend a favor after Quinn called him and asked him to call in sick for him. He denies any involvement in Quinn's disappearance, but is considered a person of interest. So his own friend is considered a person of interest, and I do think that's interesting because, first of all, why would Zebb need Owens to call in for him? If he's legitimately sick and there was nothing wrong and there's no, bad things going on here, Zebb could have just called in and said, hey, I'm sick, I'm not going to be able to come in today. End of story. But instead, Owens calls. Me personally, I've always found that very, very suspicious. Alright, so now we're going to delve into the investigation part of this case. It says, during the investigation, police arrived at interviewed a woman whom Quinn was romantically interested. Sorry, I'm reading like a retard. Quinn had developed a relationship with a woman named Misty in the weeks preceding his disappearance. Quinn had told his friends and family that Misty's boyfriend Wesley was abusive and had threatened Quinn after he discovered that they had been speaking. Misty and her boyfriend deny any involvement in the disappearance. Well, yeah, of course they're going to deny it. Now this is also interesting too, and I'll get back to the boyfriend a little bit later once I get to this point. Once I get to a certain thing. A review of the phone records in the case indicate the page he received that evening was dialed from a phone of his aunt, a woman named Ina Ustage. He had very little contact with Ustage prior to the disappearance, and she denied making the call. Ustage told police she was having dinner with her friend Tamara, who is Misty's mother. Misty and her boyfriend Wesley were also present. Ustage later filed a police report stating her house had been broken into that evening during that time frame. Although nothing was stolen, she had reported that a few picture frames were moved around. 2 weeks after Quinn's disappearance, his vehicle was found parked near the hospital where his mother works. A pair of lips were drawn on the car's back windshield, and a live Labrador mixed puppy was found inside the vehicle. A hotel key card was found in the vehicle as well, but investigators were unable to trace the key. Also found in the car were several drink bottles and a jacket that did not belong to Quinn. Police collected forensic evidence from the car but uncovered no new leads. Quinn's mother believes the car was placed there by someone who had acknowledged that she worked nearby with the hope that she would find it. The puppy ended up being adopted by one of the investigators. So this is where we go back to the boyfriend. Now, the boyfriend, Wesley, was, as previously stated, was not very happy about Zebb having contact with his girlfriend. Well, that's pretty understandable. If I was dating a woman and some guy was talking to her and was romantically interested, I wouldn't be too happy either, and I don't think anybody else would either. However, he was known to be abusive and had even threatened Quinn on at least one occasion. So his car being found with lips drawn on it, I think that's a direct insult to Quinn, saying, you know, oh yeah, you wanted to be romantically involved with my girl, and lips, when they're drawn, they're drawn in a very, you know, when people draw lips to one another or whatever, you know, lips are associated with kissing. They're associated with, you know, romance and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely think that was a direct insult to Quinn. And as for the puppy, I don't know really where that plays in, as well as the key card. It says investigators believe more than one person was involved in this disappearance, but no arrests have been made in the case. No link between Robert Jason Owens and Misty or Wesley have ever been found. Quote, "We all feel very certain that he was killed that night," Quinn's mother, Denise, commented, noting that he had no extra clothes, money, or contact lenses solution with him when he disappeared. So that's all about there. So now we have some 2015, this year, developments. So we're going to get into these now. 2015 developments. On March 17th, 2015, 15 years after Quinn disappeared, Owens was arrested in an unrelated incident for the disappearance and murder of Food Network Star television contestant Christy Codd, as well as her husband Joseph Codd, and their unborn child. On June 5th, in June of 2015, as of this recording, it's June, detectives investigating Quinn's disappearance announced they had unearthed fabric, leather materials, and unknown hard fragments under a layer of concrete on Owens' property. A search warrant was initially obtained on March 31st. According to the warrant, in addition to the fabric, leather, and hard fragments, investigators found unknown white powder substance, as well as pieces of metal and concrete after digging up the concreted fish pond area. On another part of the property, authorities found numerous plastic bags containing possibly pulverized lime or powdered motor mix. Authorities did not comment on whether fragments were found were human bones or if they believed they discovered Quinn's remains, citing an ongoing investigation. So, this is very, very interesting because I have always been very, very intrigued by this case because it's always been bizarre. And I've always found Owens, his friend, to be very, very suspicious in this case. And now this is actually my first time reading the 2015 developments rather. So this pretty much leads me to fully believe that Owens killed him. Why he killed him, why he did the stuff with the car, putting the puppy in the car, putting the hotel room key in the car, and drawing a pair of lips on the rear window. Who knows why he did that? I mean, hopefully someday they'll be able to prove he did it. Hopefully they'll find Zebb's remains and put him to rest. And hopefully they'll find out why he did what he did. But in the end, this is one hell of a weird case. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is the Keith Carnes. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I will see you guys in the next. And, of course, this was Unexplained Disappearances. There is definitely many, many more episodes to come. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I know I'm enjoying doing it. And, yeah, this is definitely interesting. I definitely think Owens is responsible. But as I said, who knows? Hopefully we'll find out this year. That'd be great. So anyway, you guys take it easy. Thank you so much for watching if you're still here. Thank you to all my subscribers, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.